very fascinating that I found. I was looking up Samian, trying to predict his predictableness. So let me, let's see. I looked up some things to verify what I'm going to do right now. Where's the halfway mark? So the halfway mark on the, let's just say, the beginning phase of the wave number 7 after 0. Wave number 7 follows wave number G, and they have the joiner. These are those types of waves. They have the joiner, the mid-wave joiner, and that was from September to March, from what they call 2015 into 2016, and that was a major dividing point.
Worry about going anywhere else, just
That's a dividing point, and the mirror division, the dividing mirror, the dividing point, the division point, and the dividing mirror. What are the words I should use? So the terms. So in any case, we have a Mercury transit, an inferior conjunction, Sun inferior conjunction, Mercury, and then we have the next one, kind of aligned the way they go, and that just recently happened in 2019. But the one that I was talking about in this phase, we're focusing on the beginning of the wave number 7. That transit was earlier, spring of 2016. Okay, so they follow 3.5 years later. I think the Mercury transits are. Does that sound about right that they follow 3.5 years later? We got another one previous to that, slightly shorter gap that goes from 2003 until 2006. Yes, so that is 3.5 years. So it seems like the Mercury transits are every 3.5 years, which is very interesting. Then we have a Mercury transit before that one, the 2003 one, and that was in 1999 to 2003. So again, that's about 3.5 years. So the one from 1999 to 2006 is 7 years, but shy of by 7 days. So 1 week. So 7 days, but less. 7 years, but less by 7 days is the span of those Mercury transits, 3 in a row. So that could denote the tribulation period that they talked about in the Bible. How often does that happen with Mercury transits? Is it possible that we had tribulation from 1999 until 2006? Is that when it all happened? Or should we look to a future time, a future period? Well, the recent one was just a 3.5 year span because it's only 2 Mercury transits. Now I'm digressing because what I wanted to tell you was the inflection point from the early wave number 7. And if you go to the middle of the first section of that, which is after approximately 2 months and 20 days after the lunar eclipse, 2 months that takes you into early June, just about exactly the start of the Kaipo year. That's the new year, Kaipo New Year. And if you connect it all the way across, you get to about June, July, late July of next year, which is exactly a year from now. Well, a little bit less than about 360 some days, about 360 days from now. It will be the reflection point of getting into New York, because that happens. The whole push at the beginning of wave 7 after the big dividing period was the push to stability. I had to get out of the Southwest because all those problems had been just instigated by Tamar and Michelle, and it was just a full-blown problem. And when I seized the opportunity, I went with Michelle, because at that point, Tamar was on my side. She was like dug in, digging in, stupidly, because by the middle of the wave 7, find out that she doesn't know what she's doing. So the wave actually starts in the middle of that midpoint joiner section, which is right after the dividing mirror, the division point. Would that be December 18th, 2015? So this is when I got to Scorpio. This is really a most glorious moment. And the division point, if you travel along the notes, this is mid-note between orange note and yellow note, or vice versa. We're going from yellow note to orange note, and in about a month exactly, we are vertically aligned from that division between the wave to this wave number I. And that's really comes to the ending of that cycle. Which that's the midpoint of it, being at Peconios in Mexico. That's the middle of that entire cycle, which started in La La Land. And when I had traveled away from them, they were established there. I had to travel over to Shiloh. I did a trip with Shiloh, and then to visit Samuel. So the midpoint was when I did a whole trip with Samuel, and I couldn't fight Shiloh. I couldn't, yeah, we couldn't fight it. So like some secret location, and they weren't fighting me. It was just hell. Yeah, it's hell now. That was hell after I went through hell. This is just an extended hell of 2 years. But the very beginning of that wave pattern, long wave pattern from La La Land in 2010, start of spring 2010, goes through, um, goes very close to the winter solstice, 2015, and now coming across to its completion at in a month from now, in early September, and it's going to be a court trial, September 2nd, to coincide with that. So that's very interesting. Very interesting.
Singing. I know. That's an elaborate
Very
stuffed
interesting.
animal.
I
believe it was alive. Called the plush goat. Wow. It's a robot. You know, when I first got it, it's pretty old. It wasn't so, you know, straggly. It was like really plush.
So, if anything,
Yeah.
is this anything here a repetition of
Favorite stuffed animal.
what's going on in the waves? Let's question. Let's make this into something very quintessential or significant starting point of the middle of the first section of wave number 7. Is when we finally arrived in New York after the um, Sun and Theory conjunction to Mercury, and it's going to be in 360 days from now. So that tells me at that point, 360 days from now, at the end of July next year, is going to be like a major establishment of why we came here. That's when we're really going to stabilize. Maybe that means the ownership will be finished by then, and then it's smooth sailing. But before we get to that, I have these 2 different trips I've got to make. And let's just make sure that we get all this going. Just try and get big lines here. So I just drew that. That's a major alignment. This would be a completion. That was the New York plan. New York plan. So it should be completed by then. So I just drew the line here significantly. And you also have the alignment. It goes through. It also goes through 2 lines before it gets to it. There's the initial line and the secondary wider line. But the more narrow, recent focus would be that we were going through. Like Michelle going to North Carolina using her vehicle is all about the plans that she had in July of 2017. Just really chomping at the bit. She was sick from Margaret's curse, and she just really wanted to go on a trip. She went to North Carolina, and then she took off after the solar eclipse. Just craziness going to that asshole's house in Ukiah. So Ukiah again, just ending up in Ukiah again, which was exactly along the vertical, the vertical straight alignment along the notes. So yellow note, she did that at the beginning and the end of wave number 7. Craziness in Ukiah. That's the wave number 7. But in the midst of that, I had positioned us to get rooted and established in New York. Now, what happened in the next, let's see, what happened with the next time that she went crazy? That was at the ashram. That was another major dividing point. You have a major dividing point on December 18th, 2015, and the next one is July 9th, 2019. So that's about 3.5 years later. A little bit longer than 3.5 years. But that is approximately 2 major division mirrors are spans like that. And as I said, the ending is coming up for the first one, that long wave pattern, and then the other wave pattern takes over because the other one ended. Right now we have overlapping, but pretty soon this one will take over. And understand what I did here with these. Okay, so when does this one actually start? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm thinking it's showing. Um, the box is showing from 2013 and going till 2013 to 2024, 2025, 2013 to 2025, 2013 to 2025. That is wave number 6 until wave number J, 2013 to 2025. So that's the next 12 years, or 11 and a half years of a long wave cycle. So is that cheaper? Let's look at the span on the other one, which will take us from wave number 5 to wave number I. As I said, it ends in 30 days. And the year of that one is 2010 to 2021 now. And again, that's about 11 and a half years. So these long wave patterns are the same duration. That's pretty interesting. The same duration. So the one that will be taking over, the later one, that we are in right now, overlapping, the one that will run from a month from now, still in 2021 until 2025. That's another 4 years. So we're only about 2/3 through that. Now the next mirror division is interesting. That the mirror division is um, is about 2 months and 20 days from now. I shouldn't have said there's no other overlapping. There is another overlapping, because we just started into one. I actually don't know how far this one goes, but it's I don't know if it's symmetrical. I'm looking on hold. That, and then one like that, and then it goes to that, and then that, and then it might be. There might be another really big one, and the division point of it is going to be right before the ending of the other one. So that one will really take over. We're actually in the midst of one. I'm gonna have to put one, I think, in the middle here. I'm gonna say this one will be the newest long wave pattern. So that's the midpoint. It's actually at the early 2025. Okay. So what does it extend over until? Wow, that's you're telling me. So if you would connect it, what is going on right now is going to go all the way over to like 2029 or 2028 or something. But this one's hard to say. This one, yeah, it's building up to it. So we may have been in this one for a while. I just have to look at let me look at the more long range cycle that I generally speaking, because I don't have it blown up map chart. I don't have it enlarged. So let's go to the more. I'm sorry. Map chart. Okay, so map chart. The longest one is going to show us. Let me make the division here. If we've got a midpoint there that I just denoted, that 2, and that, and those are reflective. So the summer that we just went, not the summer we went through now that we're in, but last summer is connected with 2009 summer. So so last summer 2020 to 2009. That's a 9-year span, but that's not even a full cycle. Let me look at it. We go through another wave, and then yet another wave, and another wave, and another wave, and another wave. Oh my God! So what it does? What is this? Looks like on the F, the start of wave number F is when it started, and it goes all the way to the end, or the start of wave N. That is intense. So what if that's true? And actually, that's we identify that as 1943 8. 1943 8. That is 1943 8. August. 1943 August is the end of the cycle. Holy shit. So that is the end of one of the longest cycles from 1943 until 2035, which is almost more than 90 years. It's a 90, it's 91, it might be more than 92 years. It's at least 91 years. And what's interesting is that the ending of the longest cycle is also the ending of the most newest long wave cycle or wave pattern that we're coming to the midpoint at 20. What did I say? It was 2020. Yeah, so that runs from 2011. I'm sorry, 2010 on July 11th, when Gold Mine Gang started officially, technical beginning of wave number F, goes all the way to wave number F coincides with wave number 13. So G is to 12, H is to 11, I is to 10, and then 9 is to J. 9 is to J, I is to 10, 8 is to K. Now, we gotta take a look at this. We just finished 8, so 8 is to K. We're just getting into I, and I is going to be to 10. So this is very interesting that we've got a huge reflective mirror here. I think this, so the 91-year reflecting pattern is like too long to concentrate on. It's too long. But this one could be long enough to actually grasp, because if you think about it, from 2010 until 2035 is 25 years. So the other ones were 11 and a half years, almost 12. This is a 25-year span. We're in a 25-year cycle. We are in a 25-year cycle. Now, the last time, the whole reversal reflection of the long wave pattern was from ran in reverse of what we're going through, or is a total reflection of it, is 1943 until 1943 until, what is that, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 72. So 72. Is that, wait, that's not right. 43 to 72? That's 30 years. How can that be 43 to 72? Or say it's 71. If it's 43 to 71. Wait a second, why is it? Oh, I see. 43 to 71. That's amazing. So why does the pattern break down? Why does it break down? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But let me look at the span here, because this doesn't make any sense. If it's 43 to 71, that's less than 30 years, but 20 years would be 60 to 63. And 25 years would be to 68. But it goes well beyond that. Did I calculate this wrong? Over here, we got 2035. If we got 2010 to 2035. That 35 can't be right. This can't be 35. That's, oh, I estimated. Okay, hold on a second. 2009. So if the eclipse, those are August 1st and August 15th. Is that August 1st eclipse? Is that August 1st? I'm discovering this on August 1st. 2035. I did not do that. This is, if this shows, this is 67, 68, 69. This is 68, this is 69. This is 70. And this is 71. So 43 to 71 is 28 years. And over here, this should be 28 years also. It's got to be, because it's the same exact reflection, it's the same duration. 2010 was 28, gives you 1930. I mean, 2038. 2010 is 28, is 2038. So, wait, so here's 2029, 2030, 2031, 2032, 2033, 2034, 2035, 2036, 2038. Yeah. 2038. I counted this wrong. This is 2038. It's 2038. Would that be August 2038? That's going to be very interesting. Oh, yeah, that's really the end. It's really the end of the cycle. Because why is there regularity? Why is there regularity here? Are they just making things up and they only know about this regularity? There's a July 11th, and a July 11th, and a July 11th, and a July 11th. July 11th, 1991, until July 11th of 2010. this is 2010 to 1991. That's 19 years. And then you go another 19 years to July 11th, 2029, which will be coming up. Now, those are aligned along orange now. 19 years and then 19 years. And then you have 19 years from 1953. 1953, and this one here, wait a second, 1971 wasn't right, because that's got to be 19 years before 1991, which puts it at 72. So if this is 1972 there, and this thing ran from 43 to 72, that's 29 years. So this here had to run for 29 years, 2010 to 2039. Is that 39? 2039? If that's 2039. Oh, I gotta write this down. 2029. This is 2030, 2031, 2032, 2033, 2034, 2035, 2036, 2037, 2038, 2039. Boy, that's a long time. So right now we're at the smaller reflecting point, the mirror division point of a 11.5 year cycle. But overlapping us is a mirror division that's coming up. So that is a huge mirror division point. That is a huge mirror division point. So, let's look at this. This is major. That's major. And, just do like that. And then it starts. 20, yeah, it started at, it started at 20. Stay at 20, 10, and it just goes to that 20, 39. And then we have one, just run. Oh, this is like really gonna be reaching with this one. 2010. So the middle point is there. That is so. So we've got other little dividing points, which are this one and one. This one and this one. That's one. So points. That's a 20, 29 years. 29 years. Well, not 29 years. So that's like Saturn. So some of these wave pattern cycles, some are like Jupiter, some are like Saturn. Some are like Saturn. Some are like Saturn. Some are like Jupiter. Some are like Saturn. Back in the speed. So what we're coming to now.
Ja, verfrüht last night. He'll fall asleep this neuralized. Yep. And then the office. How is her white and her friend, still,
So huge.
young.
some point of the beginning. And then the next year's beginning was. So, these are detailed like this one here. This divided is in between wave H to 8, and I show that it starts. I show that it starts in the end of 2013. Yeah, it's not really. It's that makes the joint year so huge. It's really that one more accurately goes until the beginning of it is April. This is when we left Mexico. That's April 2014, and it's going to run until September 2024. Is that time right? 2024. This one is. That's about 10 years, 10.5 years. So I can see where it's that whole that segment. It's like that 5 month segment. That's good. The ending can be over a 5 month period. So it's kind of. But see, what happens is this one ends at the midpoint of the other one, the biggest one. So that's really interesting. Whatever we started by leaving Mexico, and pivoting on the fact that I went back to Mexico, but then I returned to her at the ashram in the black hole. That huge middle point there, huge divide, and it comes full circle, completes the long wave pattern, basically from 2024 to 2025. That winter is the ending of this cycle, but also the midpoint of the huge cycle. Okay, so let's go back to the chart here. So yeah, 20, wow. It's like it's kind of ending here. I would say it goes that whole time, but I mean,
it doesn't mean that I'm Jewish. It doesn't mean that I'm a modern state of Israel, a Zionist. It doesn't mean any of that. It doesn't mean I'm Muslim. It doesn't mean I'm Christian.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
It doesn't mean I am. It doesn't mean I ain't. Okay? The only thing to stay focused on is what the belief means. It comes from some of the most ancient writings of humankind, and they are sacred holy writings. They are scripture. The reason why they're written down and preserved for so long is because they were deemed to be important. And that's what
Yeah, it could be that whole span. Could be the whole span.
6,000 years plus. That is going into prehistory. That's going so far into the past from the time of the Garden of Eden paradise. And during that time, it was understood by all of the creatures in creation that we would rest on the seventh day. What is the influence of this? What is the effect? Okay, initially the effect was just for obedience, and it allowed the time to relax. One thing led to the next. The obedience leads to the relaxation, the feeling that we've done what we were commanded to do. Recommendation, command. Basically the same root as explaining those terms. And I am doing this theme again and again about Shabbat because that is what I practice and I want to stick with. I'm doing it because I'm promoting a belief system, I'm promoting a practice, a ritual. Shabbat is a holiday. You get a holiday every 6 days, or I should say every 7 days, from the end of the Shabbat until the next Shabbat comes. Technically it's 6 days. Every 6 days you can have a holiday. every 6 days you have a holiday.
1971 to 19, no, I'm sorry, 1972 to 1991 is 19 years, to 2010 is 19 years. So 72 to 2010 is, what is that, 38 years? 38 years. And then you go to the other 1953 to 2029 is basically 19 times 4, or 38 times 2, which is 76 years, right? 76 years. 1953. 1953 to 2029, 76 years. 76 years. But that's not the full cycle. The full cycle is from 1943 to 2039, which is a total of 96 years. Wait a second, that doesn't make sense. Oh, that's not a July 11th. And can we find it on July 11th? July 11th, 1953, we would find it at 1934. Is it there in 1934? 1934, no, we don't have any clips. July 11th, 1934. Do we have one 19 years later after 2039? We don't know. Wait, I might have 2039 till 2058. I didn't label it. No, I did. 2058 June 6th. So we have a June 6th for 58. Do we have a June 6th for 34? Let's see. No, we don't. So pattern is messed up. We go from 1943 to 2039, and that basically equals 96 years. So that is a 96-year cycle. It's a reflection pattern. And the midpoint is the July 11th, 1991 total solar eclipse. The longest one. That is the midpoint of a 96-year cycle. And I just discovered the pattern. I knew little bits and pieces of it, but I really didn't get it until tonight. And tonight is August 1st, and it's turning into August 2nd right now. But however, I haven't talked about that one. What time is it? Oh yeah, I've been talking more than an hour. So I discovered this on the same day as the day the pattern started. The pattern started on August 1st, 2043. Okay, let me write that here. Discovered this on August 1st. I discovered the intricacies of the wave pattern. August 1st. Is that an eclipse of August 1st, 2039? We don't know until we look it up. But that's going to be amazing if it is. That's going to be amazing. I don't know. But all I know is that from 43 to 2021 is 57, 58, 78 years later. 78 years later, after the pattern started. This pattern has been undetected and unknown for 78 years. Wow. That's amazing. Now that was right in the middle. That was right in the middle of World War II.